Israel holds significant prominence throughout the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, Tanakh, which is sacred to Judaism and forms the first part of the Christian Bible. Here are some key aspects of Israel as depicted in the Bible. Biblical origins. The term Israel originally referred to Jacob, the grandson of Abraham. According to biblical tradition, Genesis 32:28, Jacob wrestled with God and was given the name Israel, which means one who struggles with God, or God strives. The 12 tribes. Jacob's 12 sons became the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel, each forming distinct tribal identities and territories in the land of Canaan. Promised land. In the book of Genesis and throughout the Old Testament, God promises the land of Canaan, later known as Israel, to the descendants of Abraham and reaffirms this covenant with Isaac and Jacob. Exodus and settlement. The Exodus narrative, Exodus 1:15, describes the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt under the leadership of Moses. After wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, they enter the land of Canaan under Joshua's leadership. United monarchy. Around the 10th century BCE, Israel becomes a unified kingdom under Saul, David, and Solomon. Jerusalem becomes the capital, and Solomon builds the first temple. Divided kingdom. After Solomon's reign, the kingdom splits into the northern kingdom of Israel, with its capital in Samaria, and the southern kingdom of Judah, with its capital in Jerusalem. This division leads to centuries of separate histories for the northern and southern kingdoms. Prophets and kings. Throughout the Old Testament, prophets such as Elijah, Isaiah, and Jeremiah play significant roles in calling Israelites to repentance, announcing God's judgment, and prophesying about the future restoration of Israel. Exile and return. Both the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah experience periods of exile due to their disobedience to God. The Babylonian exile, 586 BCE, leads to the destruction of the first temple, but later, some Jews return to Jerusalem and rebuild the temple under Persian rule. Messianic hope. The Hebrew prophets foretell the coming of a Messiah who will lead Israel to spiritual and national restoration. This expectation is central to Jewish and Christian eschatology. New Testament connections. In the New Testament, Jesus Christ is portrayed as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies, including those related to the restoration and spiritual renewal of Israel. Throughout the Bible, Israel serves as a central protagonist in the narrative of God's relationship with humanity. Its history, struggles, victories, and spiritual journey shape the theological and cultural identity of Jewish and Christian faith traditions. By ISRAEL.THIMMIRI.